Welcome back, YouTube family. I hope you had a lovely holiday and that you're continuing to rest up and enjoy your leftovers. As the title says, I am going to show you my next stash buster make, and I got some works in progress. My works in progress are kind of like ideals in progress, okay? So I'm going to just jump right on in it. Oh, and if you want to know, I had a nice holiday, and I'm eating, and I'm still eating. So what's that? And thanks for all the comments, okay? First, I want to show you works in progress. And works in progress are things that I am creatively either doing or getting ready to do, or items that I've gotten together because they're inspiring me. And the first few items are from the thrift store. There's a thrift store here in my local city, and on Tuesdays you can go and buy things at 50 cents an item. And I go in there and I'll walk out with one or two pieces because I'm only looking for 100% natural fibers. And what I found on this last visit and a previous visit are some things that I sparked my creativity. Simple things like this absolutely awesome apple green t-shirt in a small loan. This one I purchased for the color and the quality of the 100% cotton knit. It's a little roomy for me, even though it's listed as a small. It's a St. John's Bay cotton knit, 100% cotton, made in, and this is important because country of origin will let you know how big it's going to run. And this one was made in iron is needed. I can't find it on here. Let me look on, see if they have a side label. No, they don't. Well, anyway, with this one, I am going to cut it down so that I can use it. It's a t-shirt, and that's what I want it to be. I will be cutting this down, and I'll do put it in the next video, probably works in progress, where I'll try it on, let you see how roomy it is, and then I'll put it on and let you see the better fit. I also got, and it might not show up well on camera, this blush top made out of a denim, cotton denim. It's extra large, and I purchased this for the yardage. I like the pattern, I like the color, and because it's extra large, I can get yardage. So I will deconstruct this and use it for either another top, or I'm thinking a skirt, because there's enough for me to make a nice skirt with a little creative piecing. So that's 50 cents for a skirt. I also purchased a couple of men's suit jackets, just a jacket alone. And if you're looking at this, you can already see I've already started some deconstruction here. I've taken out one sleeve, and I have plans for this. It fits me in the hips, but everywhere else is big. So there's going to be some creative piecing, some fabric embellishing, front and back, and I've got some crazy ideas that I made some sketches in my little notebook of what I plan to do to use this lovely window pane plaid men's suit and turn it into outerwear for myself. And one more suit jacket, way too big for me, but I got this one for the yardage alone. It is a silk and linen blend, and I plan to deconstruct this one, cut it up in such a way, and probably put it back together in another way. That's what I'm thinking. So this will be back, and I'll show you what I've done to it. I love it. It's just one vent here, and the other one has two vents. So those are my work in progress pieces that I purchased from the thrift store, and an idea how I plan to use them. But what I really want to show you is my make for today and some of the steps I went through to get it to where it is. I'm going to show you the fabric, and I'll put a disclaimer. I taped this before. I'm still learning my camera and my downloading and editing and everything, and I lost the original video pieces that showed you some of the pitfalls of the fabric. But that's okay. It hasn't stopped me. I'm speaking in a calm voice. It did not stop me. So I'll let you see this lovely, just look at me. 2¼ yards of this egg yolk yellow corduroy. I'm going to make a skirt, a slim skirt with back zip and an inverted back pleat. So I've got my pattern all made, and I've taken the time to refold the fabric so that when I cut out the front, I refolded it. When I cut out the front, I have a lot of excess fabric here. That is not an important issue. It's just that that excess fabric can be used in another project. I could make a matching bag or something. So let me just go ahead and cut out the front. This skirt will be below the knee, and I intend to wear it with knee-high boots. Or I've got my loafers, Cole Haan loafers that are in a lovely brown with some me-made socks. That'll go nicely. Okay. There we go. I'm a lefty. These are a brand new pair of left-handed scissors, and I actually have to get used to them. Anyone else have that problem when you get a new pair of scissors? Because I've always had left-handed scissors, but I'm now finding when I purchase left-handed scissors, the handle is left-handed, but the blade is actually a right-handed blade, which means that I am looking at the thickness of the blade on the new scissors that I've purchased in the last year, and it causes me sometimes to cut 1/8 of an inch further out from my fabric than I intend. Because, and I would love to demonstrate, and I hope I'm doing this right, the down blade right here is to the left of the cutting blade. So when I align the cutting blade, I'm cutting 1/8 of an inch away from my seam. Yeah, makes sense. It makes sense to me and throws me off. Now, another thing, when you lay out a pattern to sew, and you're just starting out, on your pattern is a straight line that tells you straight of grain. Well, I have been sewing since I was 11 years old, and I can spot a crooked grain a mile away. So sometimes I don't put my straight of grain line on, but I actually can eyeball it and know if my pattern piece is on crooked or straight. I'm gonna reach in. This is on straight. And sometimes I pin. With corduroy, I like to pin because, you know, it keeps the fabric from moving. And with other fabrics that don't have a chance where the nap can cause movement, I will use my fabric weights like that. See? Just like that. Which is a good thing too. Here, there we go. That makes it faster. And there was a time when I wouldn't use fabric weights. I was a purist. Or as my daughter said, a sewing snob. Because she said fabric weights to make it go faster. I have yet to master using my rotary cutter to cut around, but I will. What I would like to master is that technique that's going out around nowadays called projector. You project your pattern onto your fabric, and then you just cut. And so I've been doing a little looky-loo into that and seeing about learning to do that. I don't want to take too much of the hand sewing and handcrafting away from my craft because I do enjoy it. Sometimes I'll just cut out a lot of items and have them ready. See, here is where I did it. And if you're watching me, you'll see my elbow is stuck out in a funny way because I'm trying to make sure I cut at my fabric line because I take my time to create a wonderfully sized pattern and then to lose it by cutting slightly off. I could do like they taught me in school and just draw my design directly onto the fabric, which I sometimes do, and draw directly onto the fabric because, one, you can save a lot of fabric, you can place things nice and close, and two, it makes for precision cutting, matching, and you can match your seams and plaids and stripes and stuff. Cut that across there. Okay, all I need to cut out is a waistband, so I'll have room there for that. And as I said, I've got some fabric that I can use for some other projects because all that's necessary to complete this is the waistband. I'm going to get rid of this little piece right here. You know, that I'm not trying to save every script and scrap. It's 100% cotton. It biodegrades. It doesn't sit in landfills. So that's the skirt, all cut out. And I'm going to show you the fabric that I found in my stash for the top. Here it is. It picks up that yellow pretty nicely. Here again is another stripe. Okay, so the last top was stripe. Okay, I get it. I like stripes. I like this with its crisp white stripe, then the yellow and the really nice blue. These two color contrast. And I just want you to see it, and then I'll let you see. It's already made, but I lost the part to tell you how I had to really cut this fabric to get it to work because this fabric had a big hole cut out of half of a yard of it. So I had to piece it. Okay, let's get ready to look at it. I had to piece it. So I put a stripe, a seam right there. But where these stripes are, at certain points, the fabric has been pieced to continue the stripe all the way across. And then I reversed it so that I would get a little design feature right here where you have a white, a blue, then a white, and the colors aren't exactly the same. But they repeat across the shoulder seams and in the back. So that's nice. And as you can see, this time I didn't even have enough to make a long sleeve. And I had to piece the shoulder. And you can only see it when it's out straight. Yeah, here we go. Okay. All right, well, here is the finished product. I've got this lovely egg yolk yellow skirt, corduroy, with the back pleat. So I like that part. That's kind of old school. That's old school. And the top turned out really nice. I am going to be on the hunt for a cardigan to go with this. Sort of a retro look. I might even be a man's sweater that I'll recut and make it into a cardigan. Really will give this a fall. Make this a fall look. So, what do you think about my pencil slim skirt with boots? Stash Busters! Thank you for coming along with me on this journey, watching my channel. Thank you. Please like and subscribe. Come back and look at more videos. Sign up for notifications for when I put up a video. It'll probably be at the beginning of the week, Monday. And I'm going to try something new. I sew and make things right when I want to. As soon as I get the idea, it's like, get dressed, let's get into it. And put in the comments below if you would like to see a in time, all day sort of vlog of me working a project from original, from the start and throughout. So if you'd like to see something like that on this channel, let me know, and I can do a sew along with me or watch and listen with me sewing. And of course, don't forget my DIY projects with Power Tube. So this is Denise in the Little Sewing Room saying thank you for being with me today. Hope you have a happy new year and look forward to seeing you in the new year.